What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing a Smackdown review. We opened up with the KO show. He introduces his guests, Randy Orton and AJ Styles. Randy Orton says he's proud for interrupting a match between Kurt Angle and AJ Styles last week. AJ makes a comment on Randy Orton's one move set. Orton retorts about AJ's indie status, to which AJ mentions Randy Orton's drug test suspensions. Randy Orton says that since John Cena left, AJ Styles became the corporate bitch. Right after this, Kevin Owens bails. Orton and Styles start to fight. AJ goes for a phenomenal forearm, but Randy Orton catches him with an RKO. Orton then jumps up onto the turnbuckles and stands tall as we go on to our first match. It's an 8-man tag match, Aleister Black, Ricochet, and the Usos versus The Bar, Rusev, and Shinsuke Nakamura. I will say this, in Aleister Black's entrance, that creaking noise that they added in as they're starting to lift up Aleister Black is kinda dumb. As most of these multi-team matches go, chaos ensues, but after a double super kick on Rusev, Jimmy Uso gets the pin. This is an alright match. I really wasn't too impressed by it. After the match, Alexa Bliss comes out. She tells the Usos that since they forfeited in the gauntlet match last week, that there's going to be some repercussions. So at Wrestlemania, the Usos will be defending their tag team titles against Aleister Black, The Bar, and Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura in a fatal 4-way tag team match. After that announcement, a fight breaks out, and Aleister Black and Ricochet stand tall. We then had the Iconics come out. I think they were talking about their match at WrestleMania for the women's tag titles. I really couldn't tell because I had the whole segment on mute just to save my ears. We then had The Miz come out. He's talking about everybody's reason to be at WrestleMania. He then makes a quick plug of his show and says that he's going to be beating Shane McMahon. So which brings our next match, The Miz versus Sanity. Ooh. Right before the match, Shane McMahon comes out. He says he's there to watch. The Miz quickly gets the upper hand on Sanity, and then Shane McMahon comes back out and says this is going to be a Falls Count Anywhere match, after which all hell breaks loose. The fight then goes backstage. The Miz continues the beatdown on Eric Young, including running a roadbox into him. He gets the pin, so he wins. As he looks behind him, Shane McMahon is in a limo driving away. Then a DC police car comes up with his lights and sirens blaring, and out from the back walks out Becky Lynch. She walks into the arena, and which brings us to our next segment where Corey Graves introduces her. She gets up onto the announcer's table and says it's good to be free in Baltimore. Lynch reminisces about last year from WrestleMania leading up until SummerSlam, and then talks about her match at this year's WrestleMania. She ends the segment with saying that she's going to be the double champion, and there is still some speculation on whether or not they're going to be unifying the women's championship, but we'll have to see at WrestleMania. And oh boy, here we go. We're going to have an 18-person mixed tag team match. What the fuck? The Hardys, Heavy Machinery, Carmella, R-Truth, Nikki Cross, Asuka, and Naomi versus Gallows and Anderson, Andrade Cien Almas, Zelina Vega, Lana, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Shelton Benjamin. Holy shit. Early on in this match, we had a Lacey Evans drive-by. To call this a match was a severe understatement. All hell broke loose, to the point where the referee called the match. Then everyone started throwing everybody over the ropes, pretty much just like a battle royal. This match just straight out sucked. Okay. We then have Samoa Joe versus Mustafa Ali. This is a decent match. Ali had a pretty good showing, but after missing a 450, Samoa Joe locked into Coquina Clutch for the win. We then come to the final segment of the night, the contract signing for the WWE Championship match at WrestleMania. Rowan and Daniel Bryan come out, and then Michael Cole introduces Kofi Kingston in A New Day. Daniel Bryan signs his contract and then extensively runs his mouth, running down the crowd and Kofi, which was really angering the crowd because they were calling him an asshole. Kofi snatches the contract out from the angry environmentalist's hand, grabs a microphone, says he will be ready at WrestleMania, and he will beat Daniel Bryan and will be the WWE Champion. Bryan stands up, they stare at each other as we end tonight's SmackDown. Now, just like Raw, the go-home show for the biggest event of the year, I really wasn't impressed with tonight's SmackDown. Some of the matches were okay. I really didn't like the 18-person tag match. That was just a major clusterfuck to begin with. It basically just jammed everybody into the armbar and the women's battle royal, and I really wasn't impressed with it. But that'll do it for this episode of SmackDown Review. I'll be back later this week with the results for WrestleMania, all 5,000 hours of it. But please leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's SmackDown and what you thought of this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.